Good morning, live viewers and replay viewers, and if you're on the web and we can't see you, hi. There's Rose in the diffuser today, but it's not running because I forgot to bring over some water to turn it on with. Hi. Good morning. Whoops. We're all crooked. Okay, how about that? How's that? Hey, Evie. Good morning. Hi. Linda, I'm sorry I can't stick to the 9 o'clock. The 9 o'clock time. By the time I get home, it's so late. Oh, it's not okay, but it is what it is, I guess. Whoops. Oh, my gosh. Things are going crazy over here. Good morning, good morning. Okay. So, no, I just started. I just can't stick to the 9:30 time because when I get home, there's 3 nights a week where I get home late, and so then I'm rushing to get up, and I'm neglecting my own, I only spend about 10 or 15 minutes in prayer every morning, but it's getting skipped because I'm jumping on Periscope first, and that is a daily practice for me, but it's not the daily practice. Oh, I haven't made it in like forever. I haven't made it at 9:30 in like a week and a half. I was aiming for 9:30. Yeah. It's always been before noon, but then I was actually aiming for a specific time. But if you guys didn't notice, we're good. So, Tao Te Ching study today. We'll start here, and I'll get to that in just 2 seconds. I want to do 2 cross promotions. First for Linda Mala's. Thank you. So this is, Linda has an Etsy shop now, and you can find it at Divinita Designs. You can try Googling it. It's a little bit hard to find on Google so far because it just hasn't been open long enough. But Linda, if you're here, if you want to throw your shop name in the comments. Yeah, Divinita. Oh, thank you, Tanya. So this has porous lava beads, and today it has, good morning, Northern Lights black spruce on the bead. It smells amazing. And then the other cross promotion thing I want to offer you is information on Sarah Ballard's gratitude program. You get a gratitude mala that's made personally for you. It's, I think, 30 days, and it's developing a gratitude practice, which is should be the foundation of should be the foundational practice for most people. It's a great starting place. It's not fraught with religion or dogma, and there's no emotional things to work through, really. Okay, Sacred Soul Gratitude Circle, Thrive with Sarah. So go look her up and get in on that if that's something you feel called to do. It's good to learn a gratitude practice with other people, and a daily practice of anything like that, especially starting with gratitude so it's not loaded with religious and spiritual things. It will lead to that, but it's a great place to start. So check it out. Check out Linda's work. Check out Sarah's mala work too, and Sarah's gratitude circle. I just wanted to do a little housekeeping, a little promotion that way. So let's go to our Tao Te Ching study. Yes, especially if people haven't done it before, it's going to be knock your socks off intense. Because you're going to be bringing... So the thing is, you're not just getting a gratitude circle with Sarah, you're getting a gratitude circle with Sarah, with a capital S. Because Sarah brings Sarah to it, and that is something you can't get anywhere else. Sarah likes donuts and pizza. Is the signal jerky for you guys? Because it is for me. I highly recommend it. Okay, good. Okay, so we're going to do our Tao Te Ching Byron Katie study today. I did decide last night, because I'm the queen of the scope, my own scopes, that I'm pretty restless and kind of bored with the Course in Miracles. So what I want to do is continue with the Course in Miracles Law of Divine Compensation thing, and then reference this as a flip through, shorter, because I feel like we're there. We're starting over way at the beginning, but we already did that last year, and so it feels redundant and it's not energizing me. And I'm all about the energy. So I'm going to flip through this. Oh, shucks. Angela, it was bad for me too. Yeah, so we're going to finish with this. I'm going to reference this. I'm still going to have it here, and as I feel motivated, I'll flip it open. And then we're going to replace it or add to, shift our focus to this. You don't have to go buy this book. Okay? Don't feel like you need to run out and buy a book. If you want to, I recommend it. But I've got it. We'll read it. We'll go through it. We'll use it. This is as a way to deepen what we've done already, to further explore allowing life to reveal itself to us and let Source flow through us, because that's where I feel like I'm at tomorrow. I'm going to finish this up, which, we'll finish reading here. We'll start reading here tomorrow. No, tomorrow feels too soon. Tomorrow's Wednesday. Thursday's Tao. Friday. Saturday's Tao. Sunday. Let's finish this, and then we'll start this Sunday. I better write that down. Camera's on. Sunday, I'm just writing this down. Big magic. Did you hear that? Man. Me too. This is burping. Okay, let's get going with what we're here to do today, though. Hey, Lindsay. Oh, okay, now I got my books all confused. Okay, we're going to start here. We're going to start right now, because that's what we're here to do today, is Tao. Ooh, that rhymed. It's creepy. Okay. Real power. Ooh, let's talk about real power. Let's talk about real power. What's perfectly whole seems flawed, but you can use it forever. What's perfectly full seems empty, but you can't use it up. True straightness looks crooked. Great skill looks clumsy, and real eloquence seems to stammer. To be comfortable in the cold, keep moving. To be comfortable in the heat, hold still. To be comfortable in the world, stay calm and clear. Very practical advice. I like the line that stands out to me immediately is, true straightness looks crooked. So the first thing that comes to mind for me on that is when you are straight in alignment, your vertical and your horizontal alignment to Source and everything, and you're all lined up, your path is no longer straight. It's not a B, C, D linear progression. It's windy. It's an upward spiral. It's twisty. It's crooked. It's all over the place. And yet it is straight in alignment. And it's expressing your full authenticity, and like Angela Simmons' scope this morning, you're benefiting everyone. And watch her scope, Angela B. Simmons. It's twisty and windy. It's not straight. But it takes being straight to walk that path and be a benefit to yourself and everybody around you. I love it when I'm the answer to somebody else's prayer. And I know that a lot of times I don't even know that. because I'm letting Spirit use me, and I may say the right thing at the right time for somebody and never even know, but I just trust that that's happening, and it makes me happy. True straightness looks crooked, and great skill looks clumsy. I wouldn't say that I was a greatly skilled therapist, but there is a lot you can accomplish by taking the position of a student and taking the position of not kind of Columbo. When you sit in don't know mind and you tell the person, I don't know what you're feeling, tell me more. Thanks. I don't know what your life is like, talk to me. You avoid putting your preconceived judgments on people. You avoid placing your own labels on them. And you totally open yourself up because you don't have an ego saying, I need to be the best facilitator. I need to be the best therapist. Hi, Nina. Your stuff's going in the mail today. And Cynthia, if you're watching the replay, did your oil get to you? I always worry when I mail stuff to Canada. Good morning. Good morning. Yeah, you're welcome. What's perfectly full seems empty, but you can't use it up. The Tao is the void. It is the all that is. It's the quantum field. You can't ever use it up. I really do struggle with fear that I'm going to use it up. Fear of, running out of resources. Not fear anymore, but there's still an anxiety there. Like, be careful, you're going to use it all up. And then you're not going to have it. You can't ever use the quantum field up. You can't use it up because it's that Zen paradox Cohen thing. Yeah. So that's what stands out to me. The line that really sticks out to me is the true straightness looks crooked. Get in alignment and get straight with yourself. Get straight with God first. You can't use up infinite. It's not possible. My little pea brain has trouble with that concept. My poor little pea brain. It just struggles. We don't always have to do our best. Wayne Dyer said you don't have to take your best walk. Just take a walk. Jeez, the pressure we put on ourselves. Everything doesn't have to be perfect. You don't have to be prepared before you start. Just start. Yeah, my mind. Me and my little pea brain have some conversations. And I'm like, hey, little pea brain, shut up. Shut up now. I don't say shut up. But I do say, you're wrong. And I say it with the most loving kindness. I'm sorry, little pea brain, but you're wrong. Okay. The pressure. Oh my God, shush. Does anybody watch Unbreakable? The Unbreakable Kimmy Schmidt? It's a hilarious series on Netflix, and there's a character, her roommate named Titus, and he talks out loud to himself, and he'll say, Titus, stop. I can't hear. I love Titus. I love Kimmy. There's a new series coming out in March. The next season, not new series, the next season of the series. Yeah, it's a great show. Titus says that to himself. Stop talking, Titus. Let's see what Stephen Mitchell has to offer us today. True. Maybe I'll name that voice Titus. That'd be funny. Okay. True perfection seems imperfect, yet it is perfectly itself. True fullness seems empty, yet it is fully present. True straightness seems crooked. True wisdom seems foolish, doesn't it? We'll talk about that. True art seems artless. The master allows things to happen. She shapes events as they come. She steps out of the way and lets the Tao speak for itself. You could say her ego steps out of the way and lets spirit speak through her voice and through her life, through her hands, through her actions, through her expressions in the world, through her creative expressions in the world. That's why this book is so appealing right now. Creative expressions in the world. That's where we're at, right? We know it's all in us. We know how to connect now. We know not to be pointing fingers at other people. And we're ready to allow our creative expression in the world. Let's do that. Okay. So again, true straightness seems crooked. And true wisdom seems foolish. The truly wise person doesn't say a whole lot. In my experience, the people I've been around that I would consider wise, they don't say a whole lot. And they're always saying the simplest things. Whoop! Let's create. True wisdom seems foolish 100%. Because it's like the little Japanese ladies that used to say, just chant to be happy. And I was like, and I know I wasn't the only one, but I was like, come on, don't be ridiculous. That's way too easy. But it's true. Just chant to be happy. Just ask to be happy. And it opens the doorway for all these processes to start that wind you up being happy. Just chant to be happy. Just pray to be happy. When you're happy, everyone around you is happy. When you're happy, you can hear that still small voice. When you're happy, you remember what your core desired feeling is, and you remember to activate it in your energy, and you allow it, you step out of the way, and you allow it to shape circumstances and events around you, and you roll with it. You wake up with an attitude of curiosity. What's today going to bring me? What are you going to bring me today? Jesus, Spirit, love. Where are you going to guide me today, love? Where are we going to go? Take my hand. I'm ready. Let's go. It's a completely different way to live than when opening your eyes and having your stomach sink because you recognize it's another day and you still feel like shit. That's different. This is the total opposite of that. And it starts with letting go. And gratitude practice is a great place to start these kinds of processes. What are the plans for today? Just ask that of Spirit. What do you have planned for me today? We're going to the post office. Well, first, we're going to finish that last dog drawing. Then we're going to put it in the mail. We're going to go to the post office and get that done. We're going to go get tags for the truck because it still has Colorado tags. And along the way, we're going to encounter people. So my prayer for today is, angels go before me and clear the way and allow me, use me, to be the answer to anyone's prayer that needs it. And I just get out of the way. It's simple and not simple. It's easy and not easy. So let's see what, yeah, I used to say that a lot. And I've gotten back into the habit again lately, like angels go before me today. Put me where I need to be. Just like Angela Scope. This is, reminds me of that prayer every day. Put me where I can be the most benefit to myself and others. Angela Scope is short too, and you get the added bonus that she sings you a little song at the end. It doesn't take long. Okay. Our BK Smackdown. It is lovely. Her voice is lovely. There's a resonance in Angela's voice that is compelling. True perfection seems imperfect. Wait a minute. Am I reading the right one? It is perfectly itself. Perfection is another name for reality. The only way you can see anything as imperfect is if you believe a thought about it, such as, it's inadequate, it's ugly, it's unfair, it's flawed. Is that true? This chipped coffee cup on the table, how beautiful it is when you simply look at it without any thought of what it should be, and I would say without any thought that you need to fix it. Or the wars and killings and bombings. When you see that reality is perfect just as it is, you can only stand in awe at the brilliant, unceasing, relentless way of it. My legs are on the coffee table crossed at the ankles. One person might think, how unladylike. Another one might think, how comfortable. But with or without these thoughts, my legs are in the perfect position. And then I notice that they uncross and cross again as I watch the movie of life frame by frame, perfection, perfection, perfection. Only the mind that believes what it thinks is capable of creating imperfection. What could happen that wouldn't be good? Usually my legs are comfortable. Sometimes they're so restless they have to stand up and move. It's all good. Everything that happens is God's will. When you realize that, you're home free. I'm wide open to discomfort, blindness, injury, and death. I am much more wide open to discomfort, but I still really struggle when a chicken truck pulls out in front of me. I have a hard time with the chicken trucks. There's a lot of them here that are transporting chickens. And then it makes me feel bad. So I'm not totally open to that. I really was playing with that yesterday morning when I was driving at 4 a.m. to take care of the granddaughters. A chicken truck pulled out in front of me, and I tried to make myself stay behind it and just open up to that horrible discomfort that I feel, and I couldn't do it. I stuck it out for like a minute, and then I was like, yeah, screw that. I'm going to get past this chicken truck. I don't want to feel this today. Yeah, so I did try to expand into the pain of it and the discomfort of it. Same thing with cattle trucks. Yeah. Then I ate chicken for dinner. So there's a struggle there that I go through. So I'm not completely disentangled and okay with it all yet. I have been praying for understanding about the whole meat, not meat thing. The whole thing about it. I really do struggle with it a lot. So, oh, you needed to sleep, though. Michelle's been sick. Bless her heart. Yeah, I struggle with the inhumanity of it, and yet not everybody sees it that way. That's how we see it. I do feel morally righteous when I eat meat that I know has been humanely raised. I don't know that it's really any better. I really don't know. I have a lot of questions and a lot of tangled thoughts and feelings about it. I'm not clear on that subject at all. So, I will pray for the miracle of a shift in perception so I can see the truth that's right for me. I'm not going to see the truth that's right for everybody. But I would like to be able to see the truth of what's right for me. Today I eat meat. Tomorrow I might not. I know the facts, or is it talk about the philosophy of it, Sarah? Because I don't, I know what they go through, and I know about factory farming and dairy farming. I grew up on dairies, and periodically. I can't read if it's cruelty. Like, I can't read that. It'll have me awake for days. I'm not there yet. So, I know it exists. Juliana, I just gave up milk. The gray area. Michael Pollan. Okay, I will get it. Michael Pollan is a good author for that, too. About making peace with that whole subject. And Juliana, I stopped drinking milk when I feel so much better without dairy products. I'm totally digressing here, sorry. I know you guys didn't sign on for like a nutritional discussion, but it is something that was on my mind because of the chicken truck yesterday. Okay. I don't know that I could give it up entirely. Like Catherine says, I have been vegetarian for years, and I didn't do well. The Dalai Lama still eats a little bit of meat. Dairy's rough on me. Dairy's almost harder on me than sugar. So eliminating dairy and sugar, I immediately feel better. But I tell you what, I miss me some cheese. Yes, it is. Okay, so there's that. So she's in a place where she's wide open to the discomfort that arises, recognizing that it's the thoughts. Okay, Sarah, that's helpful to know. Oh, that is weird, Susan. Roseanne doesn't eat anything. No dairy, no meat. Susan, watch the replay. Sometimes that happens if we're talking about something that you really need. And sometimes it happens when you don't really need it. But sometimes we get knocked out of... there were several times when I would get knocked out of Sarah's reading scopes when I really needed to hear it. So I had to go watch the replays. Sometimes that happens. Okay, so she's open to the discomfort. I'm not in all areas. I can actually watch a human being suffer and be aware of that suffering a whole lot easier. Thanks, Obama. A whole lot easier than a child. But I can even watch a child suffering and know about their suffering more than I can in animals. The animals is the last bastion of pain for me. Yeah. So, where do I want to go? Okay. The insight that everything is God's will is not the end of the discussion for most people, but the beginning of the discussion. Even devout people have trouble realizing that whatever happens is a good thing. They think that's an oversimplification, but how can the simple truth be too simple? God is everything, God is good. Isn't an idea, it's reality. And if God, the word God is a struggle, you can change it to the divine, you can change it to love or source or spirit, whatever works for you. The quantum field is everything, and the quantum field is good. It's inherently good, which means you are inherently good. It's not an idea, it's reality. You can know it's true because anything that opposes that concept hurts. It's the last story. Keep it and have a wonderful life. But if you want to go deeper, even that story isn't true. Being empty means that there are no obstacles. Okay, did you catch that? So, like, this field is everything, and everything in it is good. And if you want to go even deeper, you can let that story go and take the label off completely and just experience the field and the void and the emptiness for what it is. And that can be hard to hold if you're new to it for more than a few seconds, maybe a few minutes at a time. It can be difficult to experience the moments with totally without labels, but the more you do it, it becomes addictive, and you'll find yourself wanting to take the labels off more and more because it feels so fantastic. Being empty means there are no obstacles in my mind to keep me from loving what is, whatever it is. The clear mind is absolutely still. Anything that comes into its awareness, hello, transpersonal healer. Okay, I'm going to start this chapter over because it's really important. Being empty means there are no obstacles in my mind to keep me from loving what is, whatever it is. So, if our purpose is love and love coming out of us is our only natural state, anything that blocks or interferes or shuts down that flow of love coming through me and out to the world is an obstacle that I would prefer to dissolve. So, optimally, the chicken truck would pull in front of me and I would be able to investigate my feelings about it while remaining still loving, instead of flipping over into hate and discomfort and anger and, all the turmoil. I could still have my feelings about it, but I could see them more clearly and I could see the situation more clearly if I didn't let it shut down my experience of love coming through me. Does that make sense? Do you understand that? You can go through your human experience and maintain your expression and your conduit nature of source and love. Okay. The clear mind is absolutely still. Anything that comes into its awareness is a tilt to be set straight again. It's always looking for something out of order, only to see the order. It makes sense of everything and rests in unceasing awareness. No matter what happens, okay, yeah, so this is the key. The way of it is strange, like liquid geometry, always flowing into the right order. No matter what happens, the love flows out. Nothing can interrupt it, no cry or scream or laughter. It's always at work, always recognizing, present, vigilant, meticulous. What an amazing world the empty mind is. Everything fills it. Feet, legs, coffee table, chicken trucks. Imagine being filled with nothing and the weirdness of that and how only that could make sense. And imagine the nature of itself that would produce an unending flow of fullness and a container that could hold absolutely everything. There are no limits to it. So back up here, no matter what happens, the love flows out. I missed an opportunity to send love to the chicken truck driver and the chickens because I shut down. So if you stay with the love flowing out, you can be a benefit and still investigate your reactions to it. It's being able to hold the duality in your mind without flip-flopping between one or the other. It's holding both. And functioning through life, both. All. I won't even say both. All. Okay. Reality pours into us, and that's how it expands. That's how it manifests its infinite abundance. Oh, that's okay. Other people have been having connection problems today, too. Me, too. Like, my screen has frozen up a few times. I'm glad you're here anyway. If mind were a body, it would be as if the light were just shooting in, sparkles of the most brilliant light, and it flows into you as a body, and rather than coming out of any orifice it's contained, for example, instead of shooting out your fingertips, the light would stop there and the fingertips would expand out at the same rate at which light filled the body. It's a little confusing. So it's fullness without limits. It has to have a way out, and yet it stays in. Reality is never too big for the open mind. It's as vast as life, and it's not separate. And it keeps watching for anything new and includes it in infinite expansion. It's all inclusive. So something uncomfortable crosses my path and I include it. I don't fight against the reality of it. I extend myself around it and seek understanding. And continue expressing the love that I feel. The love that I am. I won't even say feel, because it's not that kind of love. It's the impersonal, pure, all that is love. Oh, this is a lot of stuff here. It's hard to, I wish I could just put you inside my head for just a minute. Although it's kind of scary in there sometimes. Yes. Yes. Not always. Whoa. We're not putting anybody inside anybody's head today. It would be too cramped. What I'm aware of these days is the second something shuts it down. It's flowing, and I'm doing that conduit intention every minute of the day that I can. Remember it. I'm surrounding myself with reminders. I do, connect with you guys every day to remind me to remember. I've been doing the Shreem Brzee chant to remember that I'm abundant. I've started the Aham Prema chant to remember that I'm love. So I'm doing that all day long. So now when I have an experience where it shuts down, I'm really aware of it. I have the recording and I'm following along, but I'm not watching the scopes. I'll write them down, Catherine. think it's Sanskrit. And you can find these on YouTube. So now when the chicken truck pulls in front of me, I'm immediately aware that I've just shut down. That's funny, Susan. Prema. I may have misspelled this. This is the abundance one, the energy of money or abundance, Sanskrit, yeah. And this is the, I am remembering that you're divine love. 108. I think so. Yeah, one time, yesterday. And then I realized I had that recording. Yeah, so since I already had that recording bookmarked, who sings it? Deva Premal or something? She has a beautiful voice. Anyway, I'm doing the 40 days starting yesterday, but I'm just going to do the recording every day. I'm running out of time to watch scopes, frankly. And I can do these chants in the car and spend so much... Yes, thank you. She has a lovely voice and has tons of these on... Thank you so much for putting that up. Yeah, I can post it in the group. If you're not following me on Facebook, you can friend me on Facebook. And I can add you to the post-Periscope discussion group that Michelle created. And you can find me on Facebook here. I'm going to write this down too. So you can find me, friend me, and then I'll add you. Facebook.com/L Michelle Wolf. You can find me there. If you're a regular attendee of the scopes and you're participating, then that group is a nice place to hold further discussion. And it's for active people. Anyway. So yeah, so now I know when it comes to a screeching halt because I feel it. The chicken truck pulls out in front of me and I'm immediately aware that I just shut down into discomfort and confusion and story and blah, 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 blah. You know, all that stuff. I feel it. Like when you hit the brakes in a car, that's how it feels now. So I'm in it enough and I've been in it long enough that my life is changing, that my business is increasing without me trying in a traditional businessy kind of way. I'm not like goal setting. I'm not marketing anymore. Marketing was driving me bananas. So I see the outward changes in my external environment of all the internal work, and I'll say more the internal consistency, the consistency of the work that we've been doing together since August. I started scoping August 29th on a daily basis. So just in that short period of time, all this stuff has changed. And I'm in flow enough to recognize when it stops. So yeah. That's not very long. August 29th is only about 6 months. So if you thought 6 months ago that doing a daily practice and diving into being a conduit for love and source in the world was going to totally change your life, would you do it? Would you be more committed to daily seeking that out? And not, I'm going to take the word seeking back because you can't seek what's already yours. So would you be more willing to allow your true nature to reveal itself to you if you knew what it was going to do for your life and all the people around you? I've been reading it, but there's a whole big difference in reading it and applying it. Yes, it's an extra bonus. Yes. Right. It doesn't take dedicated effort. It takes a step in the right direction. Dedicated effort only increases it. It only takes a step in a step, a half a step, a slight movement toward that connection, and things start to change. And then it just becomes addictive. And it does take being aware. And if you've been asleep in your life for a long time, yeah, it's that awareness involves some growth processes that you need to sometimes get support through and stick with and allow it to bring you into your birthright of a magical life. I like being awake too. Yeah, I spent a whole life almost asleep. Awake is better, even though it's painful in the beginning. It's only painful in the sense of growing pains. And it's only painful for as long as you need to move through it. So, let's see if there's anything else in here that we need today. I don't think so. I think we're pretty good. Oh, let's say this. There is a perfection beyond what the unquestioned mind can know. Purging can be painful but necessary and rewarding. So fulfilling. So soul fulfilling and so fulfilling. Yes. Soul fulfilling. That's hard to say. Okay. You can count on it to take you wherever you need to be, whenever you need to be there, and always exactly on time. When you're living this way, you don't freak out if traffic makes you late. You understand that you're late, and that's in harmony with the way things are. Well, we share the same brain, so it's easy for me to finish your thought. You can trust love. You can trust God to have you at the right place at the right time. Wherever you need to be an answer to someone's prayer, to be an answer to your own prayer, to express even more creative authenticity in the world, whatever that looks like for you. When mind understands it's just a reflection of the nameless intelligence, it's filled with delight. When you have the feeling that something is moving through you in a blessed way, there's no description for that. There's no possible way to describe that. But my wish for all of you is that you feel it. That you have that experience, even if just for a moment. Because if you've had it, or you have it just for a moment, you can go back and you can revisit that feeling and you can go, more of that. I want to feel more of that blessed connection. I want to feel more of that life force moving through my body into expression in the world. That is divine ease in action. It's do without doing. It's getting everything done effortlessly. And it's not a joke. It's not a fruity concept that is just an unattainable. Yeah, beyond words. It's a heart. It's a knowing in your heart. Yeah, it's the knowing in your soul. There's no words. There's no words. That's why we clumsy around so much, is we try so hard to find words that can't be found. When the mind understands, it delights that it is everything. It delights that it is nothing. That's okay, Susan. If you've ever been there at all, you can go back to it. If you've ever had that experience, you can go back to it and you can anchor there and you can say, no, I want that. More of that. I'm out of it. Crap, I forgot. Oh, I want to go back. I want more of that. I want to express more of that. And you will. Planting seeds, Susan. Yes, 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 yes. Use that experience as a touchstone to always reach back into and express again. That's the beauty of the power we have. That's why we're not victims. We can always choose to go back and say, express more through me, please. And thank you. Use me more, please, and thank you. The mind delights that it is free of all identity, free to be its unlimited, unstoppable, imaginable life. It dances in the light of its own understanding that nothing has ever happened, and that everything that has ever happened, everything that can ever happen, is good. Yeah, Susan, we are all jealous that you're doing this at 20. Juliana's 22. 20 also. They're both 20. And we're all jealous of you, guys. You too. You 20-year-olds. We're like, what? When I was 20, I was pregnant with my daughter. And thinking a lot about aliens and UFOs and stuff. What a waste. A waste of effort. They're there. We all know it. Yeah, I was married. I had Morgan when I was 21. I got married at 19, which is old for the South. It makes a big difference when I do my meditation and centering work before I turn the camera on. Ancient. But here we are. Here we are. All together. All together now. Oh, Susan's 34? Susan, you're not 34. There's no way. You don't even look 34. So tomorrow, right? I thought you were like early 20s. Okay, now I'm like double jealous. The law of divine compensation is tomorrow. I know, right? Yeah. You know, from Alabama, you're like, well, you're 16 and not married? What's wrong with you? I hope that's changing. And then Sunday, we start Big Magic. I'm going to still reference Course in Miracles, but I'm going to switch my focus to Big Magic because we have done a lot of work on connecting to God. I just have one. Are you talking to me? I have one daughter and she's in Loganville, Georgia. Yes, Sunday. So you don't need to buy the book if you don't have it. We're going to start. I just announced it this morning. Oh, by 16. Yeah. 16. Oh, right. Okay. Thank you. I was like, I'm missing something. Dang it. Yeah. Big Magic starts Sunday. And I may do a flip through of Course in Miracles sometimes, but it's not going to be our primary focus. I think we're okay. I think we've gotten what we need to get from that book. And if you're just joining us, you probably don't need it either. So, and I may pull a little from this, The Astonishing Power of Emotions by Esther and Jerry Hicks. That's the Abraham Hicks material. I may pull some from that, but our primary focus starting Sunday shifts to Big Magic. Okay, so let's connect to Source, and then let's use this as inspiration. You're welcome! I so appreciate that you're here, that you're all here. I really do. Me too. So I thought the two together would be great. That's okay. Linda, I think you're fine. You're fine. So this book, I think, helps us recognize that it's time. It's time to start creating. If you're not creating in your life, find a place that you can create, even if that's just coloring in a color book, putting pen to paper and writing a poem. I don't care what it is. Do something. Let all that energy in your body, moving into your body, start moving out into the world. Yes! Hey, welcome from Texas. That's where I'm from. Fort Worth. I was born in Arlington, Fort Worth area. Yeah, if anybody still wants to do daily Course in Miracles, follow Max Ryan. Hi! Oh, is that a Chihuahua? We're Chihuahua friendly here. Or is it some kind of... I'm sorry, I couldn't see. If it's not a Chihuahua, I'm sorry. I'm so glad to see new people. Chihuahua, yeah. I had two. My mom has one. Rescues, all rescue chihuahuas. Yes, I know. Okay, great. Hi, Texas. Yeah, yeah. And Sarah, she's not here, I don't think. Thrive with Sarah is in Austin, which is an awesome place. Austin's super fun. And Phoenix. Oh, I'm going to take that as like the biggest compliment ever. I hope Sarah's not like, what? Thank you. Thank you for saying that. That made my day. I'm like, oh my God, I'm so honored. And Sarah's like, what the hell? I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. Thank you for joining us. Thank you. Thank you for being here. Thank you. I really, really appreciate that. We're just keeping it real, you know. Just giving you the straight dope. No need to fluff it all up with fancy, schmancy language. You can't use it if it's fancy, schmancy language. That's actually hard to say. Thanks. Okay, so what we do here, My Racer 2, what's your first name? We are all over the country. I know, we need a meetup in the middle. Straight dope, yo. And Poquino. Betty, what we do here is we talk a lot about connecting to source energy and connecting to the divinity or love or whatever you want to call it, and working that in your daily life. Kimberly, Betty, and Bernice. Kimberly, Bernice, and Betty. I'll apologize in advance if I forget that. I'll just ask you again because I'm shameless. Kimberly, Betty, and Bernice. So we use a book as a starting point, but I like to make the concepts practical, yeah. So how we can use them in our daily life. Julie, I know you. These concepts are useless if you can't put them into practice. It's just a lot of mental... I mean, frankly, I call it mental masturbation. If you're not using them, it's just... Other than just a reference. We're going to finish this book, which is ACIM. If you want to follow the daily Course in Miracles, Max Ryan is a good choice. Right, and so we sometimes do some live coaching. If you have an issue, you can bring it and we can work through it, like how your stories impact how you're getting through life. So Byron Katie gets used on Tao Te Ching days. We're pairing Tao Te Ching with Byron Katie work. And we talk a lot about what story you're telling yourself and how to deconstruct your story and how to turn that story into glory, a glorious expression of creativity, letting go of the story. Oh, thanks. I've been missing it. I'm at caddyshackdesigns.com. Yes. Here's my cup. caddyshackdesigns.com. Across the top is everything that I do. I'm a Reiki master and I do some intuitive work with that. I do a lot of desire map workshops. Desire map material comes up in here with core desired feelings. Bottom line, let's get comfortable with being happy. That's my intention. I know Byron Katie lives in my head now too. And sometimes I'm not super happy about that. Like with the chicken truck. So I'm a coach. I was a therapist for years, a social worker for years, since 1996. Yes, letting go of the replay. Yeah, doing group work is better. We have a group energy that helps propel us and helps us remember to stay awake, helps us stay awake. And then getting comfortable when you do this work and you start to feel more joy, you can sabotage it if you haven't figured out how to be comfortable with increased happiness. So you screw it up. So we work on that too. Increasing Your Happiness Threshold is what I call it. There's a book out there by Gay Hendricks called The Upper Limit Problem or something like that. It should be called The Upper Limit Problem, but I don't think that's what it's called. Web Evie introduced me to it. It's a wonderful book. Oh, thanks, Catherine. Yeah, you can catch up or see what we talk about, do a random sampling of previous scopes. The Big Leap. Thank you. It's so wrongly titled. The Big Leap is a must read, and I'm so grateful, Evie, that you let me know about that book, because it was like, oh my gosh, that's what I've been saying. And it puts it in such a better way. Yes, and Saturdays and Mondays I have my twin granddaughters, so those scopes are a little more chaotic, and sometimes we get just chat. Titles, quotes, who cares? Yeah. But, oh, I love her too. So if you feel drawn to join us, I'm here every day before noon Eastern, but I am shooting for 10:30. Yes, we try to show how to put these principles into action regardless of what's going on. If you've experienced death in the family, if you experienced trouble in your marriage, if you lost your job, or if you're stuck in traffic, or if you have a pattern of getting the slow cashier at the grocery store, which is one of mine, that's changing. Let's put it into practice. Let's take meditation off the cushion and out into the world. That's what we're trying to do. Not trying. It's what we're doing. So, tomorrow we'll do this Law of Divine Compensation book with Marianne Williamson. We'll start wrapping that up. Then the alternate days are Tao Te Ching, 2 translations, and Byron Katie. And then back to this. And then Sunday we'll start this. Yeah, Tanya was good today. Okay. So thanks, replay viewers, live viewers, new viewers. So appreciate you being here. This is what you are to me. Can you read that? Happy Tuesday. Thank you. Blessings on all our heads. We have to go sit at the DMV, so we're going to need those extra blessings. The car tag place. And I got to finish a dog drawing, so. Yay! All right, have a wonderful Tuesday. Much love to you. On to the replay. Yeah. Oh, and then don't forget the malas, the essential oil, and these with Linda. Love, love, love. Thank you. Yeah. Mucho love. Yes. Okay. Have a great day. I'll see you tomorrow for Law of Divine Law of Divine Compensation. Okay. Love you guys. You're welcome.